Hi guys, today I'm going to be doing a review on a little card game called Math Rush. Now the object of this game is you're going to be trying to complete as many of what are called goals here as you can within three 3-minute rounds. Now here are the cards. The Math Rush cards are going to have addition and subtraction problems on here. What you're going to be doing is you're going to be using the sum or the difference to play here to try to complete these goals. And I'll just show you some. Here's 1 9 minus 2. Here's 1 4 plus 14. 14 plus 3. There's a whole bunch of these different little math problems here on these cards. Right over here are the goal cards. And I've got 3 set up to play, but I'll go ahead and show you one. This basically tells you the cards that you're going to be able to play to try to complete this goal. In this case, you're only going to be able to play odds. So cards that have a sum of 7 or 9 or a difference that's odd, you'll be able to play. This will tell you how many cards it's going to take to complete the goal, and this is going to tell you either ascending or descending. You might play a card that's worth 5, another card that's worth 7, etc. for the ascending, and the descending, of course, is going to go in the other direction. Now, if you have cards that are the same amount, say there was a 5 and then there was another card that was worth 5, you'll be able to play both those cards and count it. Now, this is going to be how many points the card is going to be worth by the time the game ends. And what you're going to do is you're going to count up all of your goal cards, and then you're going to use this little scoring chart to see how well you did. So if you had 0 to 25 points, you would be called arithmetic aces. If you made 71 points, colossus of calculus. And so it's a pretty cool little scoring chart that they've got here. You also have help cards down here, and you're going to be able to use these cards at any time, and you've got 3 of them that you can use, and you're going to mainly be using these anytime you get stuck. You can use this card to remove any number of cards from one of these sections. For example, if it says odds only and you have a card that's worth 1 and you're stuck and you can't find a card, you can basically use this card to remove those cards and try to start over in some cases. There's also one that says refresh all players' hands. This will allow everybody to dump out all their cards and then redraw back up to 5 cards. Now everybody's going to have 5 cards in their hand to start with, and as they're playing cards over here to complete the goals, they'll be able to draw back up to 5 cards. So the way this works is players are going to be looking at their cards and they're going to be collaborating to try to complete these goals. So let's go ahead and say that we start, and all the players are going to be looking at their cards and working together to try to complete these goals. So let's say I'm looking at my cards here and I said, okay, I've got one here that's worth 16. This will work here with the evens only, and I'll go ahead and play that. And then maybe one of the other players will say, well, I happen to have a 10 right here, so I'll go ahead and play the 10. And then another player says, okay, well, I happen to have an 8, so they'll go ahead and play the 8. And then, of course, we're going to go drawing back up to 5 cards. Everybody's going to continue to look. Now, of course, they can go ahead and build on any one of these. So let's just say so the person is looking, and they say, okay, well, I happen to have a card here that's worth 5, so I'll put that there. And then I've got another one that's worth 9. I'll put that there. Here's another one that's worth 12. Here's another one that's worth 16. And right there, that's going to go ahead and complete this goal. I've gotten 4 cards, and they've gone up in value. So what we'll do is we'll go ahead and set these cards aside, and I'm going to go ahead and draw another goal, which will be odds only. And these are supposed to be face down. And then we'll go ahead and continue on. Now, the round is going to end whenever the timer runs out. What you'll do is you'll verify the cards that you've used to complete the goals. And once you're able to verify that, you'll go ahead and put this aside for scoring later. It turns out that you messed up, you're not going to get any points. Then what you'll do is you'll go ahead and clear out all the cards. And then you'll go ahead and reshuffle, deal out 5 more cards to each player. And then you'll start round 2, and you'll basically do the same thing. And you're going to do this for 3 rounds. And once you've completed 3 rounds, you'll go ahead and count up all of your points with the star cards that you've gotten. Use this little chart to see how smart you are. And that basically is the game, Math Rush. So my final thoughts on the Math Rush game. Well, this is becoming one of my favorite games to play around the house. This is a very, very good game. I love the way they use math, which is not a subject that I really enjoyed in school, but they managed to take something like math and make it really, really fun. I love the scoring mechanisms that they've got, the fact that you can make these different goals. The timer mechanism is really cool because, you know, everybody's trying to work together to get everything done in a certain amount of time. The cards are really colorful and nice. This is a very, very, very good game. If you know basic math, this is a game that you can play easily. you know, it's got a lot, and you can vary it up. If you want to add more time, you can. If you want to add more goals, you can. So you can make changes and house rules to this game rather easily. But yeah, this is a very good game. I would highly recommend it to anybody that likes games that are easy to learn, games that are fun to play, and games that make you think a little bit, which this one does. You have to kind of think on your feet trying to solve these problems and then trying to figure out where you want to put the cards and the different goals. So it's a very good game. Thank you, Genius Games, for sending this to me. So that's my thoughts on Math Rush. We'll see you later. Keep on gaming.